for me, there was still a lot of fear about transitioning, and like I hinted at in my story earlier, I was kind of forced to do it in some ways, and I think that is often the case. That sometimes it's you just change, like you've changed, you start turning up at work differently. There will become a time, potentially, if you don't make the change yourself, whereas the gap will just continue to grow and it'll get to a point where it breaks. And it's the same in relationship. If you change and your partner doesn't change, then the gap
Yeah.
becomes really big. And I think that's what happened to me. Like there was such a disconnect from where I wanted to be to where I knew I needed to be to where my old patterns were taking me, that I just couldn't bridge that gap anymore. And that's where the change had to happen.
That makes sense. Yeah, I'm. The gap is slowly widening for me. It's slowly widening, but I'm still tied. I'm still tied in. Right. I'm still kind of just jumping over there every day.
Yeah, and it's got to be done on a logistic level. But how much of the stories we tell ourselves about needing to be there or needing to do certain things is from a point of fear? I'm not saying you should quit your job, even though I know you would quite like to, but also, like, we're interacting with the universe in all these ways. And one of the points in that Alex Hormozy was talking about was burning the boats. He said that's what the Vikings used to do, right? They used to go somewhere and they used to burn the boats. So there's no turning back, right? And then you have to go and you have to deliver. So I think it is a balance between um, doing what's best for you and your family from a logistics point of view,
Hmm.
but also interacting with the universe and almost symbolically burning some boats so you're forced to move forward in this new life.
Yeah, 100%. I'm also doing right now. Right. There's a decision I got to make. Right? I made the decision to apply for a different job within the company because the other job, it's more me. This other job, it's more me. Kind of a weird decision to make right now when I'm also trying to depart. But if I just ask myself, what do I want? Wait, this is closer. Going to be a little short term stress when I do jump over, but it's going to be medium term. It's going to help me out because I'm going to actually enjoy doing that. I would enjoy the challenge. I enjoy the job a lot more. I'll do it. Right. Um, I think before I may have just been sitting and suffering in this job and then just are, what am I trying to say? So I have two paths. I could apply to this new job or stay in my current job. I can't stay in my current job. There's a hard time limit to that. It's agitating me a lot. It's not aligned with me whatsoever. The new job is much more aligned. I'm going to go for that, see what happens. Long-term goal, completely depart, right? So there are decisions you can make. There's a, like you talk about balance and planning. Right? You can organize yourself and look at things from a structured point of view and just kind of write it down and see what works and what's not working and what's aligned or not, right? You don't have to kind of overcomplicate things. Um,
But I see it as you are, like, even if it's a stepping stone, this new job, what you're doing is you're saying, I'm listening to myself. I know what I want. I know what would make me happy. And I'm creating that version of my life. So you are, which is what we should always do. And that may just be a stepping stone, or it may be something you continue to do, but it doesn't matter. It's an exercise of listening to yourself and taking action based on what brings you more joy.